Vacationing on a tropical island can often feel like an escape from reality, a chance to immerse oneself in a paradise far removed from the daily grind. However, imagine the shock and horror of discovering two fellow tourists tragically murdered just a stone's throw from your hotel. Today, we're delving into the chilling case of Hannah Witheridge and David Miller, whose lives were cut short on the serene beaches of Koh Tao. This case is shrouded in mystery and controversy, with whispers of corruption, wrongful framing, and even alleged involvement of the Thai mafia. It's a stark reminder that danger can lurk even in paradise. If you're new here, welcome to True Crime Inspector. We cover a wide array of true crime stories, both solved and unsolved. So if that piques your interest, don't forget to subscribe. Now, get comfortable as we unfold the perplexing and tragic story of Hannah Witheridge and David Miller. Today's story takes us to the captivating and vibrant country of Thailand. Home to about 66 million people, Thailand sits cozily north of the equator, bordered by Myanmar, Laos, and Cambodia. Its tropical climate blesses it with fantastic weather for most of the year. The country is known for its relatively low crime rate and affordability, making it a popular destination for tourists from all over the world. Tourism is crucial to Thailand, contributing over 10% to its economy. We focus on Koh Tao, the smallest island in Thailand's Chumphon archipelago. Known as Turtle Island, Koh Tao spans only 8 square miles, situated 25 miles north of Koh Phangan and 250 miles south of Bangkok. This little island is a slice of tropical paradise in the vast ocean. Renowned for its vibrant coral reefs, warm temperatures, breathtaking views, and a wide variety of accommodations, Koh Tao attracts nearly 500,000 tourists each year. And then there's the Full Moon Party. The Full Moon Party, which began as a modest gathering in 1985, has evolved into a massive celebration, drawing up to 30,000 people every 28 days. It's this event, along with the island's laid-back rules, that now draws most tourists, including Hannah Witheridge and David Miller in 2014. Hannah Witheridge, 23, hailed from England. A recent graduate in speech and language therapy from the University of Essex, she was known for her fun-loving, vibrant personality and a deep affection for animals. Taking a summer break before starting her master's, she kept in close contact with her family while traveling. David Miller, 24, was from Jersey, nestled between England and France. Having completed his degree in civil and structural engineering at the University of Leeds, he too chose Thailand as a getaway destination. He was remembered as a bright, talented young man. Both Hannah and David arrived in Koh Tao on the morning of September 12th. At that time, they were strangers, each traveling with their own group of friends, Hannah with 3 of hers, and David with 2 of his. Koh Tao is about a 2-hour journey from the nearest airport, making it quite remote and somewhat challenging to reach. Both groups, including Hannah and David, had chosen the Ocean View Resort for their stay. Tucked away at the serene end of Sairee Beach, this resort offers a collection of cozy bungalows. It was here, with David in room K8 and Hannah in room A5, that their paths first intersected. Over the next few days, the newly united group set out to experience all that Koh Tao had to offer. From diving in crystal-clear waters where reef sharks and stingrays glide beneath you, to soaking in the stunning island views at Mango Point, the island was a treasure trove of experiences. For those seeking relaxation, the beachfront was lined with an array of bars and restaurants. The group was also looking forward to the Half Moon Party on September 16th. With full moon parties occurring every 28 days, the island introduced half moon parties to keep the festive spirit alive more frequently. However, these moon parties, while popular, have increasingly become a source of concern for the locals. The loud music, the influx of partygoers passing by residences, and the environmental impact from the immense amount of litter left behind are significant issues. Beyond environmental concerns, these parties, often rampant with drugs and spiked drinks, have a tendency to spiral into violence and accidents. Such scenarios pose a challenge, especially given the limited medical facilities on these small, remote islands. Koh Tao, the smallest of the main islands, has a modest population of around 1,400, primarily serving the tourism industry. On Koh Tao, a significant portion of the residents are migrants from neighboring Myanmar, many working under the radar and often facing unfair treatment compared to Thai locals and tourists. On September 14th, 3 days into their Koh Tao adventure, David, Hannah, and their friends were fully immersed in island life. After a day basking in the sun on the beach, the group decided to explore the town's culinary and nightlife offerings. One of the perks of being on a small island like Koh Tao is the ease of bar hopping, with everything in close proximity. That evening, AC Bar and Chopper's Bar, both popular among tourists, were the chosen destinations for David and Hannah's group. Around 7 p.m., CCTV footage showed Hannah, dressed in a pink top and white shorts, arriving at Chopper's Bar with her friends. David wearing a white and blue shirt, and one of his friends joined them at 7:47 p.m. The two groups merged, enjoying drinks and engaging in lively conversation, even taking a memorable group photo together. Just after midnight, Hannah and her girlfriends were seen heading to AC Bar, a short 200-meter walk from their hotel. David, leaving his friends at Chopper's Bar shortly before 1 a.m., went to join them. After spending some more time together, both David and Hannah decided to call it a night. They said their goodbyes and left together for the Ocean View Resort. Tragically, this would be the last time they were seen alive. In the early hours of the morning, as a beach cleaner began her shift, she stumbled upon a horrific sight at the south end of Sairee Beach. There lay the bodies of Hannah Witheridge and David Miller, only 30 meters from their hotel, both in a semi-naked state. David's injuries were severe, multiple head wounds, scratches on his back, and his lungs filled with water, indicating drowning as a cause of death. Hannah had also suffered brutal head and facial injuries, and evidence suggested she had been assaulted. Near their bodies, police found two crucial items: a bloodied garden hoe and a wooden club. Their clothes were scattered nearby, and David's mobile phone was missing. In the aftermath of the murders, local residents quickly blocked the island's piers, hoping to prevent any suspect from escaping. However, the crime scene management was chaotic. With only 6 police officers stationed on Koh Tao and additional forces hours away from neighboring Koh Phangan, the scene was poorly controlled. Tourists and locals crowded the area, some even crossing the cordoned-off sections and taking photos of the grisly scene, which soon spread on social media and eventually reached the families of Hannah and David. By 11 a.m., mainland officers arrived at Koh Tao. Amidst the struggle to maintain order, they collected DNA samples from the bodies, the murder weapons, and cigarette butts found near the scene. These samples were sent for forensic analysis, and only then were David and Hannah's bodies removed. The deaths plunged Koh Tao into a state of disarray, with social media and conflicting reports adding to the confusion. Police statements were inconsistent, and the list of suspects changed frequently, from David's friends to Thai locals, speedboat drivers, migrants, and even alleged Thai mafia involvement. The DNA evidence suggested that the perpetrators might be of Asian descent. Consequently, authorities took DNA samples from hundreds of migrant workers on the island in their search for the killer. During the investigation, disturbing reports emerged about the treatment of Burmese migrants on the island. Many claimed that Thai police officers, under pressure to solve the high-profile case of David and Hannah's murders, resorted to abusive tactics. Some migrants even alleged they were being framed as the killers, a theory that made sense considering the situation. The murders had garnered international attention, potentially deterring a significant number of tourists. Given that 10 to 13% of Thailand's revenue comes from tourism, the urgency to find the perpetrator was paramount. Rumors also circulated about the possible involvement of the Thai mafia, a powerful family said to control much of the island's business activities. While there was no concrete evidence linking them to the murders, reports of physical abuse towards Burmese migrants raised concerns. Many migrants displayed visible injuries such as cuts, burns, and bruises, adding to the atmosphere of fear and suspicion on the island. On October 2nd, 16 days after the tragic deaths of David and Hannah, a breakthrough occurred. A hotel submitted CCTV footage from the night of the murders, revealing 3 unknown men near the crime scene. Initially, their identities were a mystery, but they were soon identified as Mong Mong, Zaw Lin, and Waipio. All 3 were workers on the island and confirmed their presence at Sairee Beach on the night of the incident. Mong Mong was able to prove his legal work status on Koh Tao and was subsequently released without further questioning. However, Zaw Lin and Waipio were detained and arrested for immigration violations. Remarkably, within just 24 hours of their detention, both Zaw Lin and Waipio confessed to the murders of Hannah Witheridge and David Miller. According to their confession, the murders were sexually motivated. They also admitted to stealing David's phone with the intention of selling it for cash. The police affirmed that the DNA found on Hannah and on the cigarette butts at the crime scene matched the profiles of Zaw Lin and Waipio. However, the situation quickly took another troubling turn. Only 5 days later, a representative from the National Human Rights Commission visited Wei and Zaw in prison. During this visit, he learned that both men had been subjected to ongoing abuse and torture, both before and after their confession. This revelation led to 2 significant developments. Firstly, on October 4th, 2014, a preliminary witness hearing was conducted at the Koh Samui Court to record the official statements of 3 key witnesses. At the preliminary witness hearing, testimonies were given confirming that Waipio and Zaw Lin were indeed present at Sairee Beach on the night of the murders. One witness even testified that Waipio had sold them a mobile phone, which was identified as belonging to David Miller. However, this testimony and the confession to selling the phone were the only pieces of evidence directly linking Waipio and Zaw Lin to the crime. On October 21st, a significant turn of events occurred. After being appointed legal representation for the first time since their arrest, Zaw Lin and Waipio withdrew their confessions. They claimed that their admissions of guilt were coerced through torture and abuse by the Thai police, purportedly to hastily close the investigation. Zaw Lin and Waipio then recounted to their lawyers that they had spent the evening of Hannah's and David's deaths playing guitar, singing, and drinking on the beach. Waipio stated that he had merely stumbled upon David's phone and sold it as a fortunate find. The case was now mired in controversy and uncertainty. The initial confessions, the supposed DNA match at the crime scene, and now the retraction of those confessions, coupled with allegations of police misconduct, cast doubt on the integrity of the investigation. Questions arose about whether the suspects were framed and what the right course of action should be moving forward. On December 8, 2014, Zaw Lin and Waipio were formally charged with the murders of Hannah and David. Their trial began in July 2015. The prosecution maintained that the DNA evidence on Hannah and the cigarette butts conclusively matched Zaw Lin and Waipio. However, the defense countered this claim, arguing that the DNA analysis was conducted too hastily and under questionable conditions to be reliable. As the trial progressed, the case became increasingly divisive, with the integrity of the evidence and the investigation itself under scrutiny. The case against Zaw Lin and Waipio presented a perplexing mix of evidence and counter-arguments. Medical reports from the hospital indicated no signs of physical abuse on the 2 accused, and neither had requested medical attention or reported mistreatment. However, a forensic expert representing the defense raised serious questions about the Thai police's handling of the crime scene. They pointed out the absence of a forensic doctor at the scene and the failure to test DNA found on the surrounding rocks and Hannah's clothes. A crucial turning point in the case came with the re-examination of the garden hoe, one of the murder weapons. This new analysis revealed only 2 DNA profiles, one belonging to David Miller and the other to an unidentified individual. Crucially, this unknown DNA did not match either Zalin or Waipio. Despite this significant revelation, the verdict on December 24th, Christmas Eve of 2015, was unyielding. Zalin and Waipio were found guilty of the murders and sentenced to death, a decision made by 3 judges without the involvement of a jury. They dismissed both the new DNA evidence and the claims of torture and framing. The verdict sparked widespread controversy and backlash, including criticism from Hannah's sister Laura. Even the activist group Anonymous intervened, targeting Thai government and police websites, alleging corruption aimed at protecting the tourism industry. Subsequent appeals and retrials were consistently denied. However, in 2020, there was a significant development. Both Zalin and Waipio were spared from the death penalty, their sentences commuted to life imprisonment thanks to a royal pardon. Despite their continued imprisonment, questions and doubts about their guilt and the integrity of the investigation linger. Meanwhile, Koh Tao has continued to witness a series of mysterious deaths, adding to its enigmatic and somewhat dark reputation. One such case is that of Christina Ainsley, who died under mysterious circumstances on the island in 2015. Luke Miller was discovered in a swimming pool in 2016. In 2017, Elise was found in the island's jungles, and in the same year, Valentina went missing, leaving behind her essentials like passport, phone, and wallet. This growing list of unresolved cases on Koh Tao casts a shadow over the island's picturesque landscape. As for Zalin and Waipio, the prospects of a retrial seem dim. Their guilt in the deaths of Hannah and David remains a topic of debate, clouded by claims of innocence, alleged police misconduct, and a lack of clear evidence. The truth, it seems, may remain elusive. Amidst these uncertainties, the tragic loss of Hannah and David stands out starkly. Both were in the prime of their youth, celebrating significant milestones in their lives, only to have their journeys cut short in such a brutal manner. Do you believe Zalin and Waipio are guilty, or do you think the truth lies somewhere in the middle? And would you be interested in exploring more about the mysterious occurrences on Koh Tao? Please share your views in the comments below, and thanks for watching.